Hey YouTubers, Skulja1 here. I know, I haven't filmed a review in a while, mainly because I've just been busy. I haven't really found any good figures, but I was actually searching on Amazon for some Predator figures. McFarlane came up and I saw Predator 2, and so I said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I searched in Predator 2, and I got all these different variants, and you know, McFarlane and his variants. So I remembered, you know what, I used to have this figure when I was a kid. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of McFarlane. When I was a little kid, I used to love McFarlane. I don't know, I'm not anymore. But, I had this figure, well, sort of. I had the McFarlane Predator 2 Hunter, the masked version that had the removable helmet, the bloody one, basically. And, honestly, I found him, and he was like $60 everywhere I looked, especially on eBay. He was pretty expensive, so I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to pay $60 for a McFarlane figure. So I looked around, and I found the Predator Hunter, and I just decided, you know what? I don't care if he's masked or unmasked. I will get this one. So I looked at the unmasked variant, and here he was, and he was $20 plus $8 shipping, so that was good. I actually didn't buy it. I got it as a gift from someone. Somebody said, is there something you'd like in particular? And I said, well, there's this McFarlane figure online, and so played out this. So anyways, I'm going to review this. He is from Movie Maniac Series 6, ages 13 and up. That picture is just scary. I mean, look at it. This was made in 2003, so it says, to see all our 2003 products, go to spawn.com. Here's the figure. He comes with the Predator 2 poster and Movie Maniac stand. Predator 2, Predator the Hunter. On the side, we get a really cool picture of Predator. I think I may display my Predator like that. Predator 2, Movie Maniac 6, McFarlane toys in white. And on the back, it says Movie Maniac 6, Aliens Predator. For 2003, Movie Maniac Series 6 is based solely on the Alien and Predator film properties, offering fans various incarnations of the core characters. Thank you, McFarlane. I mean, wow, that was a great read-up on this figure. I mean, sheesh. Collect all 4 figures in deluxe box set. I can already make out what they are. That's this one. That is the Dog Alien. That is the Alien Resurrection Alien Warrior. That is the Masked Predator 2. And that is the Queen from AVP, I think. Queen? Yeah. So that's the Queen from AVP. See inside for more cool figures from McFarlane Toys. To see all our 2003 products, go to spawn.com. You get really cool shots of the Predators and aliens. You get the Dog Alien from Alien 3, the Warrior Alien from Alien Resurrection, this one from Predator 2, and they call it Predator the Hunter. And then right here they call it Predator 2, Predator 2. Was that necessary? I mean, he added a mask. I mean, come on. So, with that being said, I am going to review this. I'm going to open this guy up, and we'll have a better look. Stay tuned. And we're back. Now, first thing I want to say is that as soon as I took him out of the packaging, the shoulder armor popped off. That's a bit disappointing. So I'm going to have to fire up the old glue gun and very carefully place that back on, because if I mess up anywhere, those joints get glued together, which is going to be a real pain. First thing I want to start off with is the articulation. Now, he's actually got pretty decent articulation. He's got a hinge-jointed neck, which I've never actually seen before. So it moves to the side, but it also moves, like, down, which is a bit weird, to be honest with you. It really is. I would just suggest using a ball joint, and that would just giving it a free access range of movement. He's got this really cool type of articulation in the on the shoulder, and then where it pivots in and out, and then the hinge jointed arm. You got the elbow swivel. You have the hinge jointed hand right here. So it turns to the side, but it turns like this too, which is cool. But it seems stupid here because it doesn't do the same thing, which I would prefer, because considering that this is the wrist gauntlet hand, you would think that that would be the right articulation for it. So that way, when the wrist blade pops out, you can pose his hand like that, so it looks more natural. Except the only problem is, take a look at this. This wrist gauntlet is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's really, really, see? It's really stiff. I cannot move it whatsoever. The blade is way too tiny, which is disappointing considering the fact that we're talking about Predator here. So, I don't know. You get the shoulder cannon here, which is articulated. It moves on a swivel here, and, well, no, more of a pivot here and a swivel here. And then there is a hinge right here that folds down, and it folds it back into place. On the waist, from the chest down, you get this articulation where there's a swivel here, but there's also a ball hinge. I'm sorry, no, just a hinge. Then there's a waist swivel. You get no, well, god damn it. Hinge jointed legs, so they go in and out. Cut joint swivels on the thigh. Regular knee joints, or just go in and out. That's it. And then right here, there's a swivel on the ankle, but then there's also a hinge on the ankle. That's about it for articulation for this guy, but he's got pretty interesting articulation. I would perfect it, like I said, by making this a hinge. Also, one more thing I want to comment on, the wrist pad. As soon as I took him out of packaging, the pad flap ripped off, so I'm really upset. Now, what I would really like is that if most of these joints were pre-lubed up. By the way, if anybody says giggity lubed up, I'm going to be pissed. So, I'm a little upset that it's not like that, because if it was like that, the free range of movement would be so much better. Also, I think that this spear should be more perfected, because the grip here is not a solid plastic, it's a rubber. So what you got to do in order for him to grip it correctly is you have to just fold this whole thing in, have him equip it, and then pull out the spear part, because then he won't crush it with his grip, because as you can see, it's an iron grip. I mean, it is an iron grip. If that thing were more rubberized, like the fingers were more rubberized and separated, which it would be so much better. By the way, when I said separated, it brings me to my next point, which is the smart disc. Now, the smart disc has the potential to fit into a hand, hence the holes right there. But the fingers aren't separated. And then this part, this hand right here, it's like in a pre-posed clutch, but you can't even fit the wrist, not the wrist blade. You can't even fit the spear in there, because what you're supposed to do is remove this part, slide it in there, and then he holds it. But it looks so stupid. What would be the point of having that grip there? It's a nice grip. It just needs to be better. And so you have this weird hand. So obviously you can probably like display him and camouflage him like that, and no one will notice. But since you can't use the smart disc, you have to put the smart disc here. But here's what gets me, is that it doesn't even fit onto the thing. So the armor pieces are pretty good. I'm going to stop ranting about the accessories and how bad they are. The armor pieces are really well done. These parts right here are articulated. These knee protectors are articulated. And you can see the joint when you move them up and down. You get the net gun here. You get some shin guards. The loincloth is actually pretty cool. I mean, you get the Statue of Liberty syndrome, that's what I call it, where the copper starts to get all green due to acid wear. That's about it for the armor and stuff. He's got armor here, and that's it. As far as paint apps is concerned, he's actually got pretty good paint apps. The color really does resemble him. What I really like, however, is the head. There's like this coat of gloss on it, and there's all these really nice details. There's details on the scalp. Now, here's what gets me, is that right here, there's this sort of papyrus color. I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I can turn off the light. Oh, wow, that didn't help. So there's this papyrus color, but the papyrus color is just nice from a distance. But when you look at it, it's really not that great, because it actually looks like it was somebody just like slabbed paint on it. So on the mandibles, he's got cool mandibles actually. The teeth are actually rubberized, so if he falls, he's okay. He's actually got really decent paint job on the mandibles. Somebody actually decided, I guess, to smog them up a bit, have some smoky black there. So I guess someone's not brushing properly. So that is about it. Today we were reviewing the McFARLANE Predator 2, The Hunter, the unmasked version. Also, I want to point out this is the Movie Maniacs poster. You get the skull here, another skull here, and it gives you the poster. Silent, Invisible, Invincible, Predator 2. He's coming to town with a few days to kill. And then you have Los Angeles right there. I don't know why, but I've always loved he's coming to town with a few days to kill. I mean, it's clever and it's kind of funny. So that's about it. I'm going to give this guy a decent 8 because I think the glue apps need to be perfected a bit so they don't break. I think the concept of some of the articulation needs to be perfected, like the ball-jointed head could be a potential thing. The wrist blade, that could come out so much more. And the hand, it could be more of like an outspread hand, so that way you can just slowly fit the smart disc between the fingers, just enough, because honestly I think it would have the potential to do it. Or what you could do is you could do what NECA did with the wolf. You can make the hand like this, so you could hold it like a frisbee, like the Scar did in AVP, where he holds it and then it outstretches and all the blades emerge. He could have done that. So I'm going to say an 8 could have been perfected, but it's actually a pretty good figure for what it is. Thanks for watching, and this is me saying out.